Alright guys, how's it going? So, it's been a long time, it's been almost a year and a half since I've done an out and about, you know, I stopped buying Blu-rays, like, super consistently, and I just haven't done one in a while. And I also, like, my camera, it was just, because I live part-time in Los Angeles and part-time in Wyoming, so I sometimes would just leave it on accident and would go months without it. But I got my camera back, it was fixed, it was broken for a little while, yeah, so yesterday I went out to Amoeba Records. I had originally shot a Blu-ray update, and I only had like 5 titles, and it just wasn't significant enough, and I was like, you know, I'm going to go splurge on some movies. There's some titles I've been really trying to buy and pick up, and I was like, I'm just going to go do it. So I filmed. I will tell you that it's very hard to film in Amoeba Records, but let's get to it, and you'll see. Nightcrawler. Alright, how's it going, guys? So, I'm lit really weird right now. I'm in a parking garage, the sun is just going down, and I'm on my way to Amoeba Records to buy some Blu-rays. I did a Blu-ray update this morning, and I only had like 4 titles, so I was just like, fuck, I'll go somewhere else, and I'll pick up some movies, and I'll have some stuff to talk about, because it's been a while since I splurged on movies, and today kind of felt like the day to do that. So there's a lot of things that I'm going there looking for. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film in there. It's weird, and it's like so full of people, and talking in front of my Canon camera while I'm looking at movies just makes me look like a sociopath or something. So I'll try to film it around there, try to figure it out. But so let's go pick up some movies and let's talk about them. So it's so crazy to film in here. I feel so uncomfortable. I'm just like looking at jazz CDs right now. So, yeah. So I just got out of Amoeba. It is really, really insanely difficult to film in there. I don't know if anything I have is in focus. I was just sort of filming as I went to show you guys kind of what the place looks like, to what it sells and stuff like that. It's probably the coolest movie buying place around. But yeah, so hopefully that stuff turns out. I picked up some really cool releases, and I'm going to do a Blu-ray update when I get home. So, yeah. Alright guys. So, my out and about was pretty successful. I picked up some pretty awesome titles. I didn't want to talk about them in the car because I still had a couple at home I wanted to talk about. But, yeah, so here's all the stuff that I picked up. I'm actually going to start with the ones that I didn't pick up yesterday. There's 2 of them that I had picked up before. I was going to Blu-ray update, but it just wasn't enough. The first one is from director David Cronenberg. It's Cosmopolis, with Robert Pattinson. I actually did pick this up from Amoeba Records for $14 with this awesome slipcover, but this was like a month or so ago, and yeah, this is probably the last Blu-ray that no, there's one more. It's good. Cosmopolis is good. I definitely check it out. It's not my favorite Cronenberg, but it's a pretty solid story, and I like how he started working with Robert Pattinson. Next up is a movie that I actually did not like at all in theaters. Yeah, I just was not a fan of it. I watched it on Blu-ray, and I'm still really not a fan of it. I bought it because I'm a bit of a completionist when it comes to stuff like this. I'm probably going to get some flack. Other people are probably going to agree with me, but I think it's a mediocre movie. That there's way better movies out there doing the same thing that this movie was trying to do, and that's Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. I thought Interstellar was just boring, and it just didn't do a lot, and it was very long, and it didn't need to be long, and the acting was just kind of whatever. Matthew McConaughey was great. Other than that, everyone else was just kind of there was no characterization. There was no. If you're gonna make 2001, at least make something that like can stand up to 2001, and I don't think Interstellar could. I did buy the Walmart exclusive. It's like I don't know, it's almost like a TV series thing. It's pretty cool. This is actually one of the reasons I bought it, because this is a very cool package, and I was like, all right, well, someone's gonna want to watch Interstellar someday. I watched it enough. I'm probably never gonna watch it again. I'd give it a 6 if I was rating. I don't think I reviewed it, but I'd give it a 6. It's pretty, but I don't know. And I love Christopher Nolan. I've loved every other movie that he's done. Literally every single one, following Memento, Insomnia, all of them. So Interstellar was pretty disappointing for me. I saw it in IMAX 3D on 70 millimeter film the opening night. So it's just kind of, I don't know. So I'm really excited to see what Nolan does next. But now for the titles that I picked up during my out and about. There are 7. These are 7 movies that I haven't seen 2 of them, but the other ones are all pretty good. I'm going to start off with another piece of Cronenberg, his newest movie, Maps to the Stars. I reviewed this one less than a month ago. This movie went from theaters to DVD really quickly. But Maps to the Stars is a hilariously dark, evil, mean-spirited satire of the Hollywood lifestyle. It has really fantastic performances from Julianne Moore, John Cusack, Mia Wasikowska, Robert Pattinson, and there's 2 others. Evan Bird and Sarah Gadon, and Olivia Williams. They're all really, really fantastic. I didn't want to leave anybody out, especially Evan Bird, who's a newcomer. I think this is probably his first role. He plays the kid Benji, and he's just really, really good in this film. You can check out my review for Maps to the Stars. I would just watch this if you like Hollywood, or if you like Cronenberg. It's kind of a mean-spirited movie, but whatever. It's well acted, and it's pretty funny if you're into kind of dark things. A24, I love A24 films. They're putting out some of my favorite movies out there right now. Like Ex Machina was A24, and one of my favorite films of last year. I don't know if it can be considered from last year because it came out in like the last day of last year. I think it was like December 30th. But it's a fantastic, fantastic period piece, and it's from the director of last year's, or 2 years ago's, All Is Lost. It's a most violent year. I love Oscar Isaac. He's probably one of my favorite working actors today. He's amazing in Ex Machina, and he is amazing, amazing in this. A Most Violent Year is kind of like a Godfather, but it's about like a criminal who, he's not a criminal actually. He's kind of a gangster-esque character that runs a heating company, and he's essentially fighting for his respect and his business within like 1980s New York amongst other people that own heating companies. And it has a really fantastic performance from Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain, who plays his wife, who's almost more backbone than he is. It's a really good role for both of them. The movie is beautiful. I really liked it. I don't know if this is technically considered a 2015 movie, then I'd probably put it in it'll probably end up in my top 10. It's really, really fantastic. I would just blindly check this out. My other A24 movie is something that came out in January. I really wanted to see in theaters, but I just didn't get the opportunity to. Is Ewan McGregor and Brandon Thwaites' Son of a Gun. It's a cool kind of Australian heist movie. Brandon Thwaites plays this kind of young kid that's put into jail and is, through some circumstances, kind of adopted by Ewan McGregor, who plays this. He's like Australia's public enemy #1. And when they get out, they continue their like streak of crime and heisting. It's pretty cool. It's really actiony. Again, it's not my favorite A24, but it is still a really solid movie. Everything A24 has done so far has just been very solid, very cool. Speaking of that, I'm looking for a Spring Breakers slipcover for the Blu-ray. I have all the A24 slipcovers besides Spring Breakers, and if you have that Spring Breakers slipcover, I would trade you a movie. I would trade you anything for it, because I'm just desperately looking to do that, because I like my A24 collection. So if you have that, comment down below, and I'll get in touch with you, and we can figure something out. Continuing on, a movie that I am a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite. I saw this movie, and I had really, really high expectations for this movie. Really high expectations for this movie. And the first time I saw it, I was not a giant fan of it. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, that was cool. Like, alright, sweet. Like, that wasn't worth all the hype. I'm going to be a hypocrite because the poster is sitting right behind me. I picked up the Babadook on the special edition. I'm actually going to open this while I talk because it's kind of a cool special edition. I kind of want to talk about it. I liked the Babadook. I mean, I didn't love it though. I know everyone was talking about how it was kind of like the new best thing in horror, and how it was the scariest movie they'd ever seen, and talking about stuff like that. And I watched it, and I just didn't get that at all. I thought it was a good horror movie. It was good, and it was creepy, and it had a cool premise, but I didn't think it was just like the best thing since sliced bread, like everyone was sort of pushing it as. The special edition is really cool. It comes with kind of like the Babadook book, and when you open it up, it is the Babadook pop-up book, which is pretty darn cool. So I wanted to buy the special edition. I'm gonna have to give the movie another chance just because it might have been my expectations that were just way too high, but I don't know. I would have given the Babadook like a 7. It was a very solid movie. I love this poster behind me. I absolutely love it. That's why the poster's on the wall. I love the artist that does that. But I didn't think it was the best thing ever. See, I'm more in line with the fact that I thought It Follows was probably one of the best horror movies, like, of recent. So I know those are kind of... people have been saying they're both the best, so... I don't know. I do like the Babadook, though. It's just not my favorite movie. Up next is another film from Scream Factory. I love Scream Factory movies. I blind buy pretty much every single Scream Factory movie just because it's like buying something I know is going to be good. I have no idea what it is. I don't look up anything, and I bought the Class of 1984. This movie is, I don't know, it looks like The Warriors. The cover just makes it look like The Warriors. I like The Warriors a lot. And Scream Factory always puts out really awesome collector's editions, so I'll probably talk about this sometime, maybe on my Twitter or something. I don't know. I like pretty much everything Scream Factory does. Next is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it is an absolute masterpiece, and for anyone that likes the movie Drive, it's a must-see, because Drive is very much heavily inspired by this movie. I did not have it because it's a little expensive, but yesterday I just buckled down and was like, sure. I picked up Michael Mann's Thief. This movie is just super, super incredible. James Caan, it's just really slick and really smooth. And this is I'd almost go so far as to say Drive is kind of like a spiritual successor to Thief. It's very solid. I love Michael Mann. I even was okay with Black Hat, even though it wasn't the best thing in the world. So watch Thief if you haven't seen it. Finally, I have one last film. I have not seen this movie, and everyone I know has seen this movie, and so I decided to buy it. Almost everyone I know hates this movie. Absolutely hates this movie. I've talked to people and they're just like, it's the fucking worst thing that's ever since sliced bread, but I don't care. I still want to learn what it's about, and I love the cinematographer, so I've never seen any of his other movies. Gaspar Noé's Enter the Void. Yeah, I don't know much about this movie other than it's beautiful, and I've looked at like screenshots and it's absolutely gorgeous. The DP did Lost River and Spring Breakers, two movies that I really love. So I don't know. I'm gonna watch this actually probably tonight, but I might do a review just because fuck it. There's so many opinions on this movie. I've heard about it for a long time. I just was never really like interested in it. And I don't know why. But these are all the movies that I have picked up over the last little while. It was a really successful out and about. I hope you like the footage that you saw from Amoeba. It's really hard to film in there, but I got some kind of cool stuff, I think. I don't know. So, thanks for watching, guys. As always, you can like and subscribe, share. I'm trying to get some more subscribers. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description section. You follow me on Twitter. I'm talking about movies all the time if you care about any of that. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.